YouTube. All right, I'm back with another video about child support. This time I've got a testimony, some proof that my course works and that child support is fraud. All you have to do is get the course. If you want to get the course, schedule a 15-minute free consult. I don't have the website up yet. As I said before, I have to work with the right team. But I'm giving you guys some proof, some quality content, integrity, with integrity, honest content, direct content. Don't talk us to death. And in plain language. All right, not trying to confuse you, not trying to mislead you or any of that. All I deal with is facts, and I'm bringing you nothing but the truth and facts. But before we get into this, what I want you guys to do is to like this video. This video needs to go viral because a lot of guys are dealing with other people that just don't have the proper knowledge. All right, I need for you to like this, and also, if you will, subscribe. Our subscribers list hasn't gotten to 1,000 yet. If we can get it to 1,000, that would be great. If we get it to 1,000, I will contemplate on giving out something for you guys for getting the message and sharing the message. We need to share the truth. All right. I'll say that again. We need to share the truth. I'll say it one more time. We need to share the truth. And the reason we need to share the truth, because we all can look at the world today and see what the state it's in. It's on a decline. And the reason it's on a decline, because no one is sharing the truth. I hope that makes sense to you. All right. Now, so don't forget to like, share this video to your friends, family, your loved ones. Share it to your enemies. Just share it, all right? Because the more you share this, the better off you will be, all right? Because this is the truth. I'm giving you guys nothing but the truth, all right? This may be a long video, so you might want to break it up in bits and pieces, but if you're going to do that, watch it in like 5-minute spurts, and then come back and watch it in 5-minute spurts. What you need to do is go underneath the video and save the video to your watch list at a later time. Watch later. All right, that's what I would do. I would go right under that video and say, wait a minute, this is going to be a long video. First, what I would do is like the video because it's proof, testimonial. I would like it. The second thing I would do is subscribe, all right, if you haven't subscribed already. And the third thing I would do, if someone is giving me this amount of testimonial and facts and truth, what I would do is share the video with on my Facebook page, all right, or share it, just share it on my Facebook page. I would share it, all right, and then what I would do, I would save this video to my watch later, because I'm letting you know this video is going to be at least 30 minutes, all right, because of all of the proof that I have here, and we're going to read it verbatim all the way through, so that everyone understands that I have the way of getting you off. All right, my course does it for you. All right, all you have to do is do some simple editing and follow the instructions and send the documents in to the proper people. All right, and you will get the results that this guy is getting. All right, now what do I have before you? What I have is basically the child support agency tried to put a lien, all right, on my student's / client lawsuit, his settlement, that he had a personal injury in a car accident. All right, now as we go through this, I do want you to understand I've just jotted down some notes just to refer you and to kind of keep everything making sense. All right. There's about 37 pages. Okay. And this is the text thread of him, his attorney, and the attorney responding to the child support agency. All right. So I'm gonna make sure that you understand who's who and what's what as we're scrolling through these documents. All right. So here's the first 10 pages. As you can see, it says proof 1 through 10 personal injury settlement testimony. All right. Now, as we look over here, there's 3 more here. There's 10 here, 10 here, and then there's 7 there. All right. And we will go through these verbatim, one page by one page. Some pages are shorter, some pages are lengthy. But like I said, make sure you save this video so that you can come back later, all right, and watch it and as you need to. Like me, I like to, when I see something that's very interesting or something that's paramount to the results that I'm trying to get, what I would do is save that to my watch later. All right, watch a little bit of it now, okay, and then come back to the video, whether I go to the watch later or whether I go to my history on YouTube and watch the rest of the video. All right, and then I may come back if I didn't get all of the information that I needed. I may come back and watch it 2 or 3 more times just to make sure I understand the concept of what the person is teaching me and showing me. You understand? All right, so let's get right on into it. Now, so, first what it says, this is an email that is sent to the attorney for my client who is representing him on his personal injury claim, his personal injury accident. All right. Now, his name is Will Nevsger. Okay. And this case is based out of Kentucky. There's a child support agency, Title 4D, out of Kentucky, trying to take this guy's settlement.
Motion detected at the front
all right.
doorbell.
Now, what does it read? It says, once I get word from you saying you have secured the funds in your escrow account, I then will send you the paperwork I have to send to Title 4D. So this looks like this is my client, all right, responding to his personal injury attorney, which is Will Nevsger, okay? And it says student client responding to his personal injury attorney, okay, in red here. All right, now what date was this? Let's make sure that we follow on the dates. October 30th, 2020 at 3:09 p.m. All right. Now I had to take some time to black out everything because I do want to keep confidentiality, and I do want to keep the highest integrity, and I don't want to put my student in any kind of danger because he did win. Or he didn't, he won his settlement, but he was able to stop child support from extorting him. All right. Now, all right. So it says on Friday, October 30, 2020 at 1:21 p.m., Will Nevsger wrote, and it says from the child support agency here, Friday, October 30th, 2020. Okay. What we have here, thank you. I have left the adjuster a second voicemail. If they should need anything further, I will be happy to provide whatever is needed. Now, this is the Child Support Agency Administrative Enforcement Section. Her name is Dina Rogers, and of course, she's in Kentucky. And of course, this is her number and her extension, and here's her fax. And she's writing to my client's attorney, Will Nevsger, and the child support agency. Let's keep going. All right. This says, Miss Rogers, thanks. I am copying the adjuster and USAA's attorney here to provide them with notice of the resolution we've reached and instructions to release 100% the funds as described herein. All right. Will. Okay. Now, this is the attorney writing this Dana Rogers person. Okay. Justice delivered. All right. There's the law firm. Okay. Now, this is from the Child Support Agency writing back to Will Nevsger. Mr. Nevsger, I do not have Miss Anderson's at USA's email address. I just called and left her a voicemail to return my call. If you have it, please feel free to forward it on. Otherwise, I will follow up with her in the morning. This is this Dina Rogers person, Administrative Enforcement Section, down there with Child Support. Again, there's her phone number, extension 4816, fax 502-564-1031. All right. From Rogers Dina. This is this Child Support person again. All right. And she's writing an email to, of course, Will Nevsger, which we established, which is our client / student's attorney. Okay. And this was 2020 of October 29, 4:10 p.m. All right. It says, Ms. Nevsger, pursuant to our conversation this afternoon and your agreement to place the proceeds of my client's name is blacked out because I want to make sure that I'm holding the highest integrity and keeping him confidentiality so none of you guys do something foolish and try to rob him. All right. Settlement in escrow to be held until resolution of this matter. Please find attached a withhold and deliver regarding the child support lien referenced above. Please note that the withhold and deliver states to send funds after 35 calendar days. However, I am fully aware that it may take longer than that to come to a resolution. As long as the funds are being held and we are working toward finalizing the issue at hand, you do not need to comply with the 35-day time frame. I will be sending an email to the insurance adjuster shortly and will CC you on the email. Additionally, I have forwarded all correspondence I have received regarding the contesting of the arrears lien on to the attorney assigned from legal services to review. You should be hearing from them soon. Please let me know if you have any further questions. Again, this is this Dina Rogers person down here at the Administrative Enforcement with Child Support Section, and she's supposed to be a supervisor. Okay. The agency, and what I wrote on here, the agency trying to soften up the attorney to release funds. This is a tactic that they use, especially when they are trying to fraud you into giving them over funds that they are definitely not supposed to be getting. All right, let's move on. All right, so it says from Rogers Dina to Will Nevsger. Mr. Nevsger. Now, this is at October 29, 2020, 8:10 a.m. The last email was for 10 p.m. 29th, all right, 2020. So it's all correlating, corresponding. You see it, all right. This is real live proof. This is not something I've manufactured, fiction, non-fiction, any of this ridiculousness. This is real. Okay, this is not your Santa Claus coming down your damn chimney. This is real. This is real. You see it. All right. Now, Mr. Nevsker, CSE, has requested the assistance of legal services in relation to this matter. Okay, I will for this response on to the assigned attorney for review and response. Thank you, Dina Rogers. So what that just said is that basically she's going to send basically his response to their so-called attorney. All right. So here we go. Keep going. Will Nevsker, from Will Nevsker. This is my client's attorney. It's the student/client's attorney. Wednesday, October 28th, 2020, 4:48 p.m. All right. Says here, this is coming from Rogers, this Dina Rogers person, right? All right, response below. This is what the attorney sent her for her to seek an attorney, all right? The contract is void on its face. This is what my client slash student told his attorney, Will Nevsker, to send to the child support agency, which is Dina Rogers. Says the contract is void on its face. The requirement that a state operate its child support program in substantial compliance with Title 4D was not intended to benefit individual children and custodial parents, and therefore it does not constitute a federal right. Far from creating an individual entitlement to services, the standard is simply a yardstick for Secretary to measure the system-wide performance of a state's Title 40 program. Thus, the Secretary must look to the aggregate services provided by the state, not to whether the needs of any particular person have been satisfied. This is Blessings Supra 520 US at 343-117 SCT at 1361 17L Ed 2D at 584. Please respond at your earliest convenience. Will. All right. I wrote, side note, my student client responds to attorney with that case file. Okay. All right. So let's move on. What does it say? It says this is from Rogers to Will Nevsker, and then it looks like she put a couple other emails in there. Okay, Andrea, which looks like that's supposed to be their attorney, and then another email here. Okay, Mr. Nevsker, please find attached a copy of the audit prepared by Jefferson County Child Support Office regarding my client/student child support case, as well as the agreed order which my client/student agreed, what does it say, signed agreeing to pay child support at a rate of $104. Said order is filed with Jefferson County Circuit Clerk's Office. As you can see, my client outstanding arrears balance is $10,649.07, which does not include the full amount due for October. Okay, please let me know if you need anything further. This is this Dina person. All right. Now, let's keep going. Mr. Nevsker, we have reached out to Jefferson County Child Support Office to obtain the documentation you requested below. I have also forwarded the most recent notice from my client / student to our assistant director to review. I will follow up as soon as I have additional information. Thank you. All right, Dina Rogers, there's all of her information again. All right, now from Will Nevsker, okay, to looks like the Child Support Agency here. All right, October 16, 2020, 1:08 p.m. Okay, so please find notice to Child Support Enforcement attached. Here from Will, again to the Child Support Agency, says thanks, who is the supervisor. Also, in addition to my previous request, please produce any contracts signed by client related to the amounts in the asserted lien. Will. So right there, my attorney, well, the client's attorney, is basically saying, hey, request a contract, all right, and request that was in a contract, that the 10,000, whatever they said that was there, that was in a contract. Where is that contract? Show us the contract. This is my client. So this is fraud because there is no contract of that type of amount of money. Funds. We know that they don't have any money. The United States is broke on their face, has always been broke. They have no gold or silver, which is what God said is the only money. They only have promissory notes. I promise they live in make-believe land, just like Santa Claus coming down your chimney. All right? Here we go. But that's a whole nother subject. Here we go, though. So, it says from the Child Support Agency to Will Nevsker. Good afternoon. I have forwarded you request to review to my supervisor. Thank you. All right, so they sent it to the supervisor, this Tabitha Cook. Look what her title is, right? It says Child Support Specialist 3, Department for Income Support. Wow. Okay, whatever. All right, in Frankfurt. All right, in Frankfurt. All right. So here we go. And that's the capital of Kentucky. So it says from Will Nevsker to the Child Support Agency, October 12, 2020, 2:22 p.m. I will need the actual court order or other court filing verifying existing an amount. In particular, the amounts in the lien notice and this email have a variance of almost a factor of 10. Thanks, Will. All right. So right there, he's saying, hey, look, if his client, right, if his client owes what you say he owes, 10,000, whatever that number was, I don't want to scroll back up, but whatever that number was, then that would be in a contract. All right. That is going to be clear as day in a contract. And in order for me to release this kind of funds to you, because I'm on a fiduciary contract that I am obligated, or that Will is obligated. I'm using first, second, third person. I'm getting confused because there's so many people involved. But I hope you guys follow along. That he's in a contract with the client, which is also my student, that he has to safeguard him from anyone scamming him, frauding him, causing a crime to him. And if he don't do this properly, then he's going to be held accountable, and he will set or open himself up to being sued by his client here. All right. I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys can follow along. All right. Now, this is from the Child Support Agency to Will Nevsger. Please see attached KRS.205.74514. The lien or levy shall have first priority over any lien assigned by any other agency, association, or corporation. Please see attached original lien sent to blank on 1/3/2018. Okay. Now, this is from Will, response to the Child Support Agency. Ms. Cook, this will serve as notice of receipt. However, without some further verification of validity and amount, I cannot recognize or allow this attempt to assert and enforce a lien. In addition to that information, please provide the legal authority that allows the Commonwealth to assert such a lien in my client's settlement funds. Thanks. Okay. That's the attorney responding back. All right. Will. Okay. Here is the Child Support Agency responding to Will Nevsger. Good afternoon. KYCSE has been in contact with Miss Anderson at USAA in regards of settlement for my client/student personal injury claim. Okay. Mr. Nevsger, please provide a breakdown of expenses and insurance settlement letter. Please see below for updated balance. Now, as you can see, they've got this non-custodial parent, okay? And then they've got, okay, this ID and social security number. Of course, I blacked that out. Insurance agency, that's USAA, and there's the claim number, okay? Moving forward, please find below the information regarding balance and check disbursement for the lien of obligor client. All right. Now, this is, of course, from the Child Support Agency saying that the total that the client allegedly owes is $11,197.97. All right. And then they're saying unpaid, right? Deductions, disbursement, attorney fees, costs, child support lien amount, lump sum settlement. Kentucky is a zero tolerance state. Other liens, the remaining balance of the settlement goes to the client obligor. No 2 or 3 party checks. All right, moving along. All right. The check and or check stub must include, please make check for $11,197.97 payable to Kentucky Child Support Enforcement. Mail check to Kentucky Child Support Enforcement State Disbursement Unit. Okay. All right. Now, this is coming from the Child Support Agency. All right. Now, this looks like my student/client is writing his personal injury attorney. Oh, I'm sorry that the number is no good any longer. My new number is blase blase. Okay, this is September 8, 2020, 1:38 p.m. Will Nevsger. Okay, I have tried to reach you multiple times without success. We're sending out a letter to attempt to begin settlement negotiations. We will copy you on the letter via this email. If you like to discuss or anything else, please call me. Will. All right. So now we're moving on. All right. So now let's get into the nitty gritty. All right. Now this is from, it looks like my student/client to his personal injury attorney, Will Nevsger. All right, and then CC, child support and them in there. So attached are the documents received thus far. As we discussed, we will not be sending by mail now. Any additional documents will be emailed to you as well, unless you tell us otherwise. Will. All right. Now, so it looks like here my student client sent the documents that's in the course to Will, his attorney, and he let his attorney know that he will not be sending any more documents, or it looks like he finished the process of sending the documents to the agency. Now he's going to be sending documents strictly to his attorney via email, and have his attorney to send these documents to the child support agency. It's what it looks like. All right. So it says, furthermore, they cannot provide a contract that verifies this debt. So this is my student / client communicating with his personal injury attorney. All right. Now it says, I also would like for you to send me any paperwork they send you via mail. Okay. Examples, IWO forms, etc. All right. This is Monday, October 12, 2020, 3:01 p.m. with Netsker. I did not say I would turn over anything to them. I said that I have to escrow the amount that they are claiming, which right now stands at $11,197.97 at your request. I will no longer communicate with them. So there was another document, there was another email in between here that it doesn't look like I printed out. I've seen it, and I do remember what it said. It said something to the effect that my student told the attorney to stop communicating with this fraudulent agency. All right. Do not reach out to them again. All right. Leave those people alone. If they contact him, if they contact the attorney, then that's fine. But you would then need to contact my student / client to what they were saying, so that he could respond accordingly. All right. So that's what that was. So, and he basically told them to do not release any funds to the fraudulent agency. So here, this is the client / student writing, no, sir, you will not turn over anything, and you will not stop communicating with them at once. And you will stop communicating with them at once. You are my attorney, not theirs. So again, do not turn over anything to the agency. I hope I'm clear in my speech. All right. Now, moving on, it says, understood. This is the Will, the attorney, his personal injury attorney. Understood. However, as we discussed, I will have to escrow any verified amount they are claiming until I receive some verification and confirmation that the lien has been released, reduced, or otherwise disposed of. Will. All right. Now it says here, this is from the client / student. Thank you for the update. As spoken about before, they are not to receive anything, no funds regarding this matter. This is an illegal agency, and I will show you. Do not send them anything or speak with them. All right. So here, this looks like this is the attorney speaking, responding. Unfortunately, the child support office contacted me and is now asserting a lien of $11,197.97 per your instructions. I did not contact them. As you can see, I am seeking verification of the lien and the amount. Let me know if you have any questions. Will. All right, here's Will again. Miss Cook speaking to the agency, child support fraudulent agency. This will serve as a notice of receipt However, without some further verification of validity and amount, I cannot recognize or allow this attempt to assert and enforce a lien. In addition to that information, please provide the legal authority that allows the Commonwealth to assert such a lien in my client's settlement funds. Thanks, Will. Okay, guys. So now we're going to just continue to go through this. We're almost done, halfway at least. So, it's here we go with Tabitha Cook, and she's responding, or she's sending to Will Netzger. Okay, and this is what she sent. Now check this out. Good afternoon, Kentucky. CSI has been in contact with Mr. Anderson at USA in regards of settlement for my student/client personal injury claim. Mr. Netzger, please provide a breakdown of expenses and insurance settlement letter. Please see below for updated balance. Okay, so this is an attempt of the agency trying to snoop, extract, delve into this person's settlement finances and things like that. Okay, now let's keep going. So as you can see, it says non-custodial parent. Now you would have, then this is what makes it illegal. You would have to be a non-custodial parent. This would not be, the person that, the father. All right, this is non-custodial. This would not be the father. This would be non-custodial. So this is how they use the color of law, twist you up, have you thinking and believing in Santa Claus, have you thinking and believing that Easter bunnies lay eggs when everyone knows that a rabbit doesn't lay eggs, but you believe it. Okay, so if you believe that you're a non-custodial parent, then guess what, buddy? Then you forfeited your rights. And guess what happens after that, buddy? Guess what? Then they abuse you, buddy. Okay, so you're going to have to wake up, and you're going to have to stop talking about, they got you guys even believing that you're using money. Okay, some of you guys still think you're using money, and you're not. Okay, but if you believe it is, then guess what, buddy? Guess what? You're delusional. You're running around here, and they're looking at you like, yeah, that's a pure retard. Okay, and so we're going to treat him as such, because he's not conscious. He's not aware of his surroundings. He's not aware of words. He's not aware of what he's talking about. He's talking loose. So we would deem him as a retard. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, moving on. So now, of course, you see the Personal Injury Insurance Agency, Jefferson, case number 11,197. All right, now that number jumped from 10,000 to 11,000. Okay, obligor. If you believe you're the obligor, then guess what, buddy? You are an obligor. And if you believe that you're black, then guess what, buddy? Then you're black. And if you believe that you're Hispanic, then guess what, buddy? Then you're Hispanic. If you believe that you're any other superlatives, if you believe that you're any other acronyms that they create for you, then guess what, buddy? And that's exactly what you are. And they're going to treat you just like the pure slave that you are, because you haven't stood in the right. All right. So here we go. Keep going. Now, attorney fees. Okay, we've seen that before. Some of these pages are duplicates. All right, and here it is, the check in order. Please make out to 11,000. We've seen that already. Now here. This is what they sent to the attorney. All right. Now, as you can see, this is coming from the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Okay. This is not a government. All right. This is not a government. All right. And until you guys start to realize that you're not dealing with a government, that you're dealing with a crime syndicate, you're dealing with people that have chosen to delve into crime and to do it all out crime. All right. Commonwealth of Kentucky, not the state, not the state Kentucky, but the Commonwealth of Kentucky, or the Commonwealth Kentucky. Whenever they put that "of" in there, you need to question and understand what's going on. All right, you're dealing with something different. All right, it says the Commonwealth of Kentucky, Cabinet for Health and Family Services, Department for Income Support, Child Support Enforcement, order to withhold and deliver. Now they sent this to the attorney, all right, to the attorney. And basically what it says is, it says notice is hereby given of a debt owed pursuant to a court or administrative order. That in itself right there is let you know that this is fraud. I can't even highlight it. Yeah, this is fraud. All right, it says pursuant to a court or administrative order. To the Commonwealth of Kentucky, again, there's that of Cabinet for Health and Family Services, CHFS, in the amount of $10,381.05 for past due child support as of October 28, 20. All right. The holder of the assets shall hold assets for 35 calendar days if a release of order to withhold and deliver form CS70 is not received by the 35th calendar day. Deliver the assets to the address listed below and include the 4D number referenced above on the remittance. Kentucky Child Support Enforcement, P.O. Box 14059, Lexington, Kentucky 40512. Property other than earning, withhold 100% of the asset of the amount of the debt owed, whichever is less, if you are the holder of the debtor's liquid assets. Financial institution data match is included in this section. Okay, and that's what was marked there. Okay, the non-custodial parent shall answer this order to withhold and deliver within 20 calendar days of receipt by completing the enclosed non-custodial parent's answer to withhold and deliver Form CS121 and return it to the CHFS address listed below in accordance with KRS 405.490 and 921 CAR 1410. You may contest the order to withhold deliver by requesting an administrative hearing within 20 calendar days of receipt of this order, or you may be able to retain the assets by paying the total amount of past due support or by offering a bond satisfactory to the cabinet. Official use. I am a designee of the Secretary of the Cabinet for Health and Family Services authorized to administer KRS 205-772 through 205-778 and KRS blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. All right. Now, let's keep going. All right. So basically, I instructed my student / client not to fill out any of his gross earnings, any of his federal tax, any of his state income tax, occupational license, security numbers, any of that. He is not to fill that out. And as I said right here, I was instructed. He said he was instructed not to fill this out by the child support stoppers. It's none of their business. All right. So he didn't fill none of this out. None of this out. None of this out. And now, basically, this here was the bogus contract that they sent. Okay, and some order. order of child support. All right, bogus, 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 invalid. And you want to go through? We can go through this to point out the invalidation. So an agreement was reached between the parties. Okay, after proper notice to all parties. All right, this is what they have you to believe or think is legal, and it's not. So the defendant shall pay child support for 3 children, $397.50, basic child support as determined by the Kentucky Child Support Guidelines. All right, 5416. I don't even know what that is. Share of daycare costs. 451. Total payable 104.23. Okay, and this is what they manufactured. All right. In the event the obligated parent fails to obtain or maintain the health insurance as ordered herein, the defendant shall pay the amount of child support stated on line 1C retroactive to the date that the obligated parent failed to obtain and maintain health insurance. In the event either party provide proof of the cessation of child care costs in accordance with paragraph 10 herein, the defendant shall pay the amount of child support stated on line less than the amount stated on the line. B, retroactive to the date of the charge in child care costs. The defendant shall pay the sum of, I want you to see that. There's a blank. Per, and then there's another blank. All right. The defendant shall pay the sum of, there's a blank. Per blank. For the support of children, the court finds that the application of the child support guidelines would be unjust or inappropriate in this particular case based upon blank, blank. Then we have number 2, the defendant owes the sum of blank. All right, blank. So now we're seeing that this is a fraudulent contract. Okay, there's no 10,000 there. There's no 11,000 there. There's nothing there. It's blank. All right. So, for you guys to understand, you got to really understand what's going on and what they're doing to you. All right. And until you start to wake up, you're never really going to truly live and have a fruitful life, abundant life, because everywhere around, every corner you turn, they're gonna try to rob you. They're gonna rob you. All right. And you're not stopping it. Okay. Well, I'm showing you how to stop it. To the cabinet they wrote some bullshit up here. It's ignorant. Families and children and or the plaintiff. They wrote some bullshit up here. Then they waived it or some shit. Bullshit. Okay. Blank for past due child support owed between the dates of blank and blank. Dude. All of that should have been filled out. All right. All of that should have been filled out. All right. But it's not. Which is giving you a flag. A flag should pop off in your head. Something's wrong. All right. If it's not, then something's wrong with your mind. All right. They deliberately did that because they understand what they're doing is fraud. All right. Now, this sums shall be paid by the defendant at the rate of blank per blank. Okay, there are more blanks until paid in full. This agreement does not preclude the plaintiff from pursuing any other legal remedy for the collection of judgment entered herein. 3 was not checked. The defendant shall obtain and maintain reasonable health insurance coverage for the children and furnish proof of said insurance to the Jefferson County Attorney Child Support Division within 45 days of the date of this order. The plaintiff shall maintain reasonable health insurance coverage for the children. This was checked. Health care coverage is not presently available at a reasonable cost to the plaintiff or defendant, but shall be provided by the plaintiff or defendant at such time it becomes reasonable available. Upon proof of obtaining said insurance and proof of cost, the plaintiff shall pay blank percent and the defendant shall pay blank percent of the cost of reasonable health insurance coverage for the children. In the event that you designated parents' health care coverage provides for covered services for dependent children beyond the age of majority, the designated parent shall maintain the health care coverage for the children up. This is garbage. All right, I'm gonna skip down here. All payments ordered here, comments of the 14th of July 2009, and be paid to the Division of Child Support, P.O. Box, Lexington, for disbursement. The person of agency entitled therefore person to the person or agency to the accordance with the state and federal law. All missed payments by operational law constitute a judgment upon which execution may be had without further notice of the defendant. The order entered herein are for the benefit of the minor children. All of this is blank. All of this is blank, 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 blank. All right, here you have, this is the final judgment notice of the injury of which shall be served all parties by the clerk of this court in accordance with the rule of procedures. All right. And that's that. So let's move to the next one here. All right. So it says, Dear William D. Netzker, this correspondence is regarding the following USA claim. All right. So here's the insurance company, Kerry Jordan, claim number. It says, I have issued payment for the client injury settlement. It should be processed by the end of the day or no later than Monday. All right. So this is the insurance sending over the settlement to his attorney. You may reply to this message if you need to provide documentation. You can attach documents to your email. We can't guarantee the security of any medical, financial, or other personal identifiable information sent by email. Email delivery criteria. To ensure delivery of your email, please make sure. All right, that's blase. Right? I wrote up here credit union process funds to his personal injury attorney. Okay? Now, it says, I notice he's asking for my address. So the client, do not send them my address. I'm a private person with a private life. Thanks. So this is my student / client responding to his personal injury attorney as he's read some of the email, right? Mr. Netzker, and this is from Stephen Milner, and this guy is supposed to be their attorney for the child support and reporting. Now he's writing the attorney for my client / student, and here we go. My name is Stephen Milner, and I am an attorney with the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services. I wanted to reach out to you on behalf of my client regarding settlement funds from a personal injury claim that I believe you have obtained on blase behalf, on my client / student's behalf. As you know, my client, CHFS, he's talking about the child support agency, CSC, DIS, has asserted a right to recover some portion of those funds pursuant to an unpaid child support obligation owed by my student / client, which arose from a Jefferson County, Kentucky Circuit Court order. I have reviewed the document that you forward from your client, but am unsure its import. If any, I do not see that the document was actually filed or record anywhere, and that a copy was merely provided to us via email. I did note that the document included certification from my student / client notary. All right, so he realizes that the document that you get in my course I instruct you guys to go get it notarized, and that makes your documents official. And you'll learn more of that once you get the course, or if you choose to get the course. Can you please confirm your client's residential address in Virginia or elsewhere? All right. That's another thing we do not do, and you'll learn that in the course. We do not give up our address. We let them know that we're not in their jurisdiction whatsoever, and that they are U.S. and that we are not under the U.S. So, that said, I wanted to reach out to you to ask what information you will require to release funds to my client. In addition, I know that there has been some question regarding the amount of the obligation. Do you have all the information you need for my client to confirm the amount owed by, of course, there's my student / client. I think that when the original lien was asserted in 2018, that the outstanding balance was only $1,376 or so, but that amount has grown based on continued non-payment to more than $10,000 now. Please contact me at your earliest convenience to discuss this matter. I can be reached most easily these days via cell phone. There's a cell phone, guys. 859-230-4413. Steve Milner, the crook. All right? Steve Milner, the goddamn crook. All right? The crime syndicate. All right? There he is. All right? And we'll keep moving. So, it says, I notice he's asking for my address. Do not send them my address. Okay, then here it is. I'm a private person with a private life. Thanks. All right, so now you see why he wrote that. All right, child support attorney. So here's a child support attorney right here. Mr. Netzker, my name is Steve Miller, and I am, okay, so we just went through that. It looks like there was double. Yeah, that was double. Of course, there's his phone number again. There's his phone number again. Keep on going, keep on going. So now here, this is from my actual student. He's letting the attorney know again. Do not release any funds. He should have said funds right there. Do not release any funds, but he does get it because he's actually he's putting in the work. He's doing the work. Do not release any funds to this fraudulent agency on my behalf. I do not owe them anything, and the burden of proof is on the Agency of Child Support Enforcement, aka Title 4D. They must prove via signed contract that I received a loan and that I defaulted on this loan and that I agreed to pay the loan. They have not responded back with anything. They can't prove it since all parties involved in the claim for funds are committing due process violations. Okay? So, we're going right on. Here's from the child support agency. This Dina Rogers person again. Mr. Netzker, Kentucky Child Support Enforcement is in the receipt of the attachments herein. All documents upon receipt were forwarded to our legal services learning team to review. Each time, legal service advised that these documents do not appear to be filed with any court of record and hold no legal bearing. Additionally, as my previous email indicated, has not provided any substantial documentation that he is not the correct person or that the arrears amounts are incorrect. To my knowledge, he has not filed anything with the court to dispute the arrears owed are invalid, nor has he formally contested the order to withhold and deliver. He has had ample time to assist in resolving this matter, however, has not taken any proper steps to do so. Therefore, we have no option other than to enforce the court's order. Dina Rogers. All right. So basically, my student basically what it was instructed for him to do to stop the interception of his funds was to basically edit the documents first, because his situation was had already was trying to intercept his settlement. So I instructed him to take those documents, instead of taking those documents and sending them to the agency, who we all know that's a fraud, and they're dealing in crime, they're dealing in fraud. That's the business that they started by choice. I instructed him to send those documents first to the attorney, so that his attorney has something to stand on, to fight with. All right, and so that his attorney would not get himself in any trouble. All right, and then I told him, I said, well, now once you give it to the attorney, then you need to start the process with the documents and sending those through to the agency. Okay, so he says okay, and this is why he hadn't filed them with the court yet, because he has to go through. You have to go through a certain process first before you can file them with the courts. All right, so he wasn't, he didn't jump the broom. He didn't overshoot the target there. All right, I told him, no, you have to go through the process first. You can't just jump and file it in the court first. You first have to attempt to reach the person that is causing you harm, and whom you are disputing, and whom you are have a legal issue with. And he understood. Okay, so this is why she hadn't seen that it had been filed. This is why she hadn't seen that the case wasn't at the court yet. All right, let's keep going. All right, this is from, there is no court order. They are lying. This is from my actual student responding to his attorney. They cannot produce a court order because there is none. Again, you are not to turn over any funds to this agency at all. All right. Now, I will hold off as long as possible. This is the attorney responding back. I will hold off as long as possible, but at some point, I can't violate court orders. That puts me and my law license at jeopardy. I have asked them to call me to discuss this further. Will. All right. Now, check this out. He called in my course. You get this notice. All right. You get this notice here in my course, and I'm giving this out, and I want you guys to have it. All right. This is a legal notice that when if anyone tries to do this bullshit to you, this attorney basically tried to say that he has no options, and that's a lie. That's a lie, because this guy's under a fiduciary contract. All right, and he's getting ready to find out that that my student knows the law, and he's getting ready to deal with him very firmly here. All right, check this out. Now, legal notice, and then of course you know this is in the course, and you would have to change your name or whatever have you here to whoever is causing you harm, a problem. All right. At the top it says legal notice. All right. So that's clear that this is a legal notice. Now you can play with this if you want, but this is a notice that's going to be held to the highest of standards, and we're going to come after you like ravished wolves. All right. So check it out. January 19, 2022, with Will Netzger, 1041 Gulf Ave, Louisville, Kentucky, 40217. This is place of business regarding personal injury case stated. All right. Are you aware that you have violated my rights to due process of law? Imagine my surprise to discover that this natural right, which is absolutely secured by the U.S. Constitution, was violated by then his law firm's name, by Cook, Catley, and Netzger. You have 7 days upon receipt of this notice to respond on company letterhead with the signature of a man or woman to show proof of service of the above regarding. Alternatively, you can choose of your own free will to make any and all of the necessary corrections to reverse the violative and non-judicial decision by issuing a notice to the proper authority of your error and provide me with a copy of your action. Sincerely and without ill will, vexation, or frivolity, with recourse, without prejudice, i.e., all natural, unalienable rights reserved. Again, do not release any funds to this fraudulent agency on my behalf. I do not owe them anything, and the burden of proof is on the agency. He's basically restating of child support agency, child support enforcement, aka Title 4D. They must prove via signed contract that I received a loan and that I defaulted on this loan and that I agreed to pay the loan. They have not responded back with anything. They can't prove it since all parties involved in the claim for funds are committing due process violations. All right. So now what we have here is this Dina Rogers person, Mr. Netzger, writing to Mr. Netzger. All right, and I think we've done this before. However, has not taken any proper steps to do so. Therefore, we have no option. Yeah, we read over that before. Looks like there was some files. I tried to send below. Also, sent the attached documents to your department, and he received no response. He advised I was free to forward them to you, but I do not have any authority to act on this behalf in this matter. So it looks like the student sent, at this point, now the documents have been sent to the agency that he got out of my course, but they did not respond back at all. And they were supposed to either respond back with a proper notice stating that they have the legal right of doing so, or to dismiss the case. But it looks like they did not. All right, so the attorney's saying, wait a minute. He said that he sent you the documents. Why are you not responding back to him? You know, you should have already took care of this before we even got to this point. You're not even responding back to him. All right, so Will. So here is hi, Will Netzger. When did you receive this email? Can you give me a call ASAP? Blase, blase. So this is him speaking to the personal injury attorney. This is Dina Rogers again. Good morning, Mr. Netzger. I am following up on the matter at this time. Request that you honor the order to withhold and deliver issued to you on October 29th, 2020, and forward the held funds to be applied to outstanding child support balance. Currently owes $16,000. Now it's $16,021,798 in past due child support. You will find an updated order to withhold and deliver attached hereto to reflect the new balance. We had hoped to find a resolution agreeable to all parties in this matter. However, that has not happened, and we must now move forward in enforcement of court's order and collecting the past due amount, provided no substantial documentation that he is not the correct person and that the arrears are incorrect. Made no effort to file anything with the court to dispute the arrears owed are invalid. So now they're trying to say he didn't submit it to the court. Of course he hasn't submitted it to the court because he has to do it the proper way. All right. So my student / client is doing it the proper way. All right. So we ask that the funds now be forwarded in the Kentucky CSC. All right. Now, I appreciate your assistance in the matter. Thank you. All right. So now we're moving on. I believe this is the last one. It is. All right. So we only got 3 documents here. And here is what you're going to find all of the proof that this guy wins and he has his funds. All right. Now he can take his funds and he can use those funds to actually start preparing for another win in his lawsuit. All right. That my course also teaches you how to do. All right. So Dina, as indicated in the answer to withhold and deliver, I return to you. Releasing these funds may subject me to a violation of the rules of personal conduct of attorneys, specifically SCR 3.130.1.15. So before releasing these funds, I need to obtain an ethics opinion. I will begin that process. Now, this is his attorney, all right? Because he sent that legal notice. You see, and that legal notice is letting the attorney know, dude, you getting ready to make it easy for me to sue you. Look, I'm trying to save your hind and get you just to do it the right way. Don't let these criminals get you to become homeless. Don't let these criminals put you out in the street because they want to steal from someone. You need to really think about what you're doing before he takes your whole entire business from you. All right? So, this is the attorney, the personal injury attorney, responding back to Dina. All right? Let's keep going. Over here it says release of funds from, all right, child support. Okay? Now, let's read what it says, though. This is from this Dina girl. You remember that Dina girl, right? And this is to Will Nevsker. Of course, we know who Will is. Will is his attorney, his personal injury attorney, right? Mr. Webb Nevsker, attached here too. Please find a release of order to withhold and deliver regarding the above referenced matter. Any funds held in your possession regarding the order to withhold and deliver previously sent to you may be released to my student. There it is, guys. It's not look, I have the answer to these cancerous people. I have it. All right? You truly want to be set free, you're going to have to get up off the couch, buddy, and you're going to have to purchase the course. All right? If you really want to purchase the course, all you have to do is go into the description area, click into the description area, and you need to basically schedule a 15-minute consult. Once you schedule the 15-minute consult, I describe everything that you get in the course, and then I give you the link to access the course. Of course, after you purchase the course, and now you have the course and you can get yourself off of child support. We also offer another service where we do all the work for you, all the administrative work for you. So for you guys that are not good with computers, for you guys that don't know how to, use text editors, for you guys that just don't want to bother, for you affluent guys that have multiple businesses and you don't have the time to deal with that, but you want to hire somebody to do it for you, we will do it for you. All right. All you have to do is schedule a 15-minute free consult. We describe everything in the course so that you understand what you get, and then we send you out a link where you can pay for the course, and then we send you another link that's automatic generated, and it goes directly to your email, and from there you can download the course. All right. There's no excuses. All right. If you're having financial difficulties, all you have to do is find you a job in the independent contracting sector. Find you a job. All you have to do is Google independent contracting, Google 1099 jobs. There's a list of them, hundreds of thousands of independent contractors. Just to give you a name, a few of them, a barber. You don't even have to have a license to be a barber. As long as you know how to cut hair, you can go under somebody else's license. He'll oversee you and watch you, and you can make your funds the same day. All right, and then you can purchase the course. You can do Uber if you got your license. You can do Lyft. You can drive a taxi cab, your local taxi cab. Some of these guys are making $1,000 a day driving a taxi. All right, so there's no excuse. You can go online, find different ways of making income for yourself. There's no excuse for not being able to purchase the course. All right, at this point, you would have to be a troll if you don't go and get the funds that it takes to purchase the course. You're just trolling the guys that really want to be set free, that really want to build wealth, that really wants to start taking care of their personal affairs. You're just in the way. So I'll be the first to say it. You're in the way if you don't go and do it. All right, and that's it. You're just in the way. All right. So when you're in the way, what we do? We just move you out the way and we keep going. No big deal. All right. But back to the document here. It says, please note that this now then she tries to threaten, but I want you to focus on this. Focus on this first. Focus on this. This is what's really this is the main. This is the meat and the potatoes. This is the meat and the potatoes. The steak and the potatoes here. Okay. This is the steak and the potatoes. Okay. So I don't have to read that again. I'm just going to highlight it and let it just sit there. All right. That she released the funds. She released them. Okay. And the reason she released them is because she's in trouble and she realizes it. And the only way that she could respond to that, to make it seem like she's not in trouble, is to write this. Please note that this does not. Look how she even wrote. Look, she's all twisted up. Please note that this does not affect. What is that? Please note that does not. All right. She's in trouble, and she realizes it. All right. You can tell how she's writing. All right. Please note that does not. That doesn't even make sense. Affect the outstanding balance that my student owes, nor does it prevent Kentucky Child Support Enforcement from taking future enforcement actions to collect the outstanding balance. Please let me know if you have any questions. All right. So that's a last attempt. Basically say, look, I know we're fraud. I know that you know that we're fraud now. All right. I know that you know that we could not produce a contract. I know that this is absolutely fraudulent. Absolutely. But I at least got to make it seem like you didn't catch us in fraud. All right. So I'm going to appear as if I have some type of leverage, and she doesn't. All right. So, moving on. Please see below for scheduled payment. It's the earliest my online banking app would allow. Also, $10,000 is the maximum amount. Thus, the 2 checks that will conclude this matter and my representation of you. All right, so this is Will Netzker, the attorney, responding to my student, letting him know, hey, look, I'm getting ready to send you $10,000. I would have been to send it, but my app only allows me to send, a certain amount at a time, so I can't send it like as fast as I want. I got to wait a few days to get it all for you. All right, so here again, it shows that this is from, looks like my client to his attorney. This agency supposedly is already in violation due to not responding with proper documents such as detailed contract to a mutual agreement of a set amount. This agency is committing fraud and embezzlement. I will call you today. All right. All right, now check it here. It says proof with the little smiley face, little fat, little face, right? He's looking up, like he's looking up now, he, you know what I'm saying? Yes, a win for my student, all right? A win for my client, all right? So, and I like to see this, man. I like to see this, man. All right? This is love, man. This is real love, man. You know what I mean? I like to see when someone does the work. He put in the work. He did the editing to the documents. He put his head down and he just focused on what was at hand. Okay? And he comes out on the other side with his $10,000. All right? Now, come on. All right? Let's get into it. All right? So, it says proof. And then he says his course works. His course works, y'all. All right? It works, y'all. He got dollar signs up here, y'all. All right? His course works. It simply just works. Stop playing with yourselves, man. If you haven't gotten this course, stop playing with yourself. It's basically what he's saying, man. His course works. Got it and will do. In answer to your voicemail from earlier, no, the check to you has not been cut yet. My assistant, Andrea, will send a settlement accounting and release for you for review, approval, and signature. Once we have received that back from you, the check will be cut and sent to you regular mail. All right. So see, he has to sign for his own check. All right. My client has to sign. It's a fiduciary. There's a fiduciary contract, fiduciary process, all right, that he has to sign for his own check. All right. Now, moving along. It says, I have not and will not. The address you should give them is as follows. Okay. And this is the same thing with the smiley face. It's on there again. All right. Dude, this concludes this video. I hope you guys, got the testimonial that you needed to see. Most of you guys don't even need the testimonial. You guys know that I'm high integrity. My course shows you how to win your lawsuits. We recommend you to sue them at least for $2 million. My course shows you all of this. All right. So the ball is in your court. Just know that I have the answer to the cancer. All right. You guys take it easy, and until next time, I'm out.